All right.
Dark Execution. Yee.
Okay, so
Also, side quests.
yeah.
It's almost as someone was guiding us to this village. It's
it?
almost as if this was too easy.
Yeah, no, it's fine. We did it.
So
Anyway,
so this side quest for more text adventure.
Oh.
yeah, and we need to do them.
Are they in here?
No,
they
they're
they
further
are-
down, but
Is it
we don't
busy?
have.
Please save.
Please go fucking save.
What if I break this box first?
Please break the box and then go save.
Because there's a lot. I think there's 4.
There's 2 more.
2 more? Okay.
Wait, reset first? No.
The curtain has to fall down and fall back up so we can...
Quickly, Alt F4.
More text adventure.
Anyway, can someone else be narrating?
I'll be narrator. And you can shuffle who wants to be vice.
But what if I Donald narrated?
You fuck off. You know what?
Can you,
you know what?
can you
No,
Donald
wait,
Vice
wait.
instead?
I don't-
I take it back. Go ahead. You're gonna narrate this shit as Donald. I'll still be Vice.
No, you be Papa Echo and I'll be Vice.
Okay,
We'll just switch off.
Okay. God, please.
Yep.
Uh,
All right. Hold on. I'll get there.
Yeah, it's a process.
It takes a second.
Gotta get in character.
This is gonna be
It's gonna
so
be awful.
bad. How do I? Okay, hold on.
It's like jumping into a pool.
Hold on.
I was really
I hope-
hoping you just had like a duck call at your desk
No,
and
no,
you were
no,
just
I don't.
going to.
I don't know how to do this voice.
Hold up, I'll pull up some reference.
No.
Oh, it's too late now.
What shape does your mouth have to
Exactly. Hold on. It's gonna be so bad. Is that fan is on?
be? You can feel free to give up instantly.
No.
No,
I know I would.
No. This first text box is at least gonna have an attempt on it.
Is that fan
It's
on?
gonna be bad.
Also, I don't know why the fucking factory music is playing in this.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Okay, fine.
How do you even?
He's really contemplating how he wants to ruin his voice box.
Yeah,
today.
that's the other thing, right? All right, hold on.
Do it for just this part. With music go.
I want this to work, so I'm really mentally trying to figure out how to make this sound.
It won't.
Yeah. I honestly have no clue how to talk in the Donald voice. I just know that anytime I watch your LP of Kingdom Hearts, I can't stand it. It's the worst thing in the world.
All right.
And it's in every game.
You know what? I'm just gonna start going and adjust on the fly.
Oh god.
Oh, yeah.
Alright. Are you sure? I can do it right now.
I don't believe in you, but it'll be funny
I
content.
can press it.
So.
I can press it right now. Right into the mic for you to get copyrighted.
It will.
Oh.
We're just gonna. You know what? It's gonna be bad.
That's the point, though.
Yes,
Have you heard me make voices during the
have.
Okami?
I have. But those were pretty good though.
I don't believe you.
Oh no.
Remember the priest?
Yeah. Don't worry about it. No, that was great though. What are you talking about? All right, hold up.
You're stalling for time.
I am, because it's really hard. I want to get it right the first time, even though I know that's impossible. You did it. You know what? We're just going with whatever abomination comes out.
Alright.
Agreed.
with death and resist the urge to laugh. For I know it was not like the
Yoda?
words of a madman.
Yoda, is that
How long
you?
have I been in this fresh hell? No, it's not.
You
But that's
did
what
it.
I came up with.
I love it.
It needed to be a little bit more gravelly, I think.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I can't.
You
I
need
can't.
to somehow
I can't.
put in like a gallon of spit.
That's the
I
problem.
don't know how it's done.
It's no.
No, say this prose.
No.
right
Anyway,
here.
this one is almost entirely narration,
It
so
sure is.
just read it from.
Just
I'll have a narration voice.
Go ahead.
I breathe air scented with death and resist the urge to laugh, for I know it will sound like the words of a madman. How long have I been in this fresh hell? I already said that. My box, my prison, is tucked away under a stairway in the long unused catacombs of some infinite castle. Outside, I hear the sounds of a funeral dirge that seems without end. Light has no place here. Wind is a forgotten friend. I pray for death to come, but he forsakes me. Time passes. An eternity slips by in the single tick of the clock. Someone knocks on my prison.
I think that might be me.
Well, that would be Papa Echo, I believe.
Yeah, exactly. Because I'm Papa Echo.
You are right now.
Yeah.
Hey, anyone there?
I hear an unfamiliar voice say, "My savior." I claw at the door of my jail, embedding thick splinters under my ragged nails. I scream for help. I laugh. I sob. Surely this is the product of my addled mind. Surely it cannot be true. Help me!
Still you?
I cry. For the love of all the gods, help me.
Give him a surfer dude accent.
No, I've got one of those lined up.
Oh, damn it.
Not for this. Impossibly, I hear the sound of a lock being torn out and falling to the floor. As the door slowly creaks open, I have just enough time to see a silver-haired man and a floating book before the light pours inside. He got hit by the bloom.
He got hit by the plume. Poor bastard. Now he's blind forever.
Now he's blind. My eyes, accustomed to blackness, explode with pain, and I am forced to turn away.
Yep.
That's the bloom.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Who are you? I ask, shaking hands covering my face. How have you come to this place?
I am Grinvar Vice. This is Echo. Long have we been searching for you. Now come, stand. We shall awaken from this nightmare together.
The one known as Echo extends his massive hand and pulls me from the cell. Though my eyes are slow to adjust to freedom, my ears are as keen as ever, and they recognize the staccato sounds of heavy rain. Sure.
Jason!
Yeah. I never thought to hear the rain again, I whisper.
Would that there were not such a terrible storm,
Said Grimoire Vice.
Look at your feet.
I force my eyes open and see water pooling around my feet and lapping at my shins. There's so much of it.
Yes, and more comes. Each moment we delay, if we do not make good on our escape, we shall all drown in this castle. Know that you are weak, but you are our only hope to survive this place.
Yes, Toxin. Time, that long-forgotten friend, made itself known again.
Alright, Edgar Allan Poe.
I nodded my head and swore to save my rescuers, no matter the cost.
Oh, God.
The castle catacombs are a maze, twisting upon themselves like the endless entrails of a giant.
It's like V from fucking Devil May Cry.
I squint down the dim corridors and
Nah,
proceed
B is
north.
classy.
Yeah, that's true. He's way better than this. This is some edgy teen stuff.
Yeah.
I push the button. Oh,
there you go.
Oh. At the end of the corridor,
Also, the curse kicked in.
I find a row of 20 gorgeous canopied beds resting atop a carpet of velvet. All are covered in a thick layer of dust and cobwebs. Searching for the door to the next room, I come upon a shapeless mass of gray matter. It has been shoved against the side of the wall, and despite my fever, I think I see the outlines of a door just beyond. When I reach out a finger and touch a piece of the mass, it turns to dust and drifts away on the wind. Realization slowly dawns, and I fall to my knees and weep. Corpses. I face a mountain of charred and crumbling corpses. I look from it to the beds and back again until the horror dawns full upon me. Someone has piled these bodies into a tower and set them ablaze. Whether they were alive or dead, I do not know, and sanity will not permit me to consider the proposition further. I make a sound, whether scream or laughter I cannot be certain, Then my mind grants me merciful blackness, and I find myself opening the door and leaving that most terrible of rooms. I squint down the dim corridors and proceed east. I squint down the dim corridors and proceed north. I squint down the dim corridors and proceed north. At the end of the path, the waters rise to my waist, exhausting me both physically and spiritually. I pray that this is the way out. Eventually, I can stand the sight of the waters no longer, and so turn my eyes upward. Imagine my surprise when I see a series of paintings hanging on the faded plaster wall. Each depicts a person in the prime of life, clad in clothing of the highest quality. The styles, however, are strange to me, leading me to believe that these people had lived long, long ago. One subject wears an outfit that particularly catches my eye. It is constructed of a thin, breezy cloth and decorated with a motif of flowers and birds, while encircling the figure's waist is a leather belt of the most perfect construction. It is a stunning costume even by modern standards.
So many burbs.
As I gaze at the portrait, I am struck by a desire to touch it with my own hands. Yet as I extend a single finger to the painting, I am gripped by a most unpleasant feeling. Staring closely at the image, I see it bend and warp into the shape of another finger. Something behind the picture is pointing at me. Is it another prisoner? A fellow inmate trapped for eternity in this place? I cannot let it pass, and so I seize the portrait with both hands and throw it into the water. The wall is hollow behind the painting, and inside I can just make out a body. Whether or not this is a prisoner, there would be no rescue. This poor soul is long dead. Scraps of clothing lie on the floor around the bones. Only a small amount of the fabric has survived, but it features the same delicate designs that were depicted in the portrait. I have been admiring a row of corpses, blocked from view by portraits of each victim at their pinnacle. Enough! Shielding my eyes, I paddle forward through the water. I squint down the dim corridors and proceed south. Do I want to go west now?
I believe so. You guys just don't want to go backwards.
At the end of the path, a row of heavy wooden casks lie on their sides in a dark chamber. Doubtless they are filled with wine. My thirst roars to life. I cannot remember the last time my parched throat.
Aren't you surrounded by water?
This is a good point.
I scramble to the first cask and pull frantically at the cork. The theft of a few cups means nothing, I tell myself. The casks will be ruined by the flood regardless. Finally, the cork surrenders to my attack, and thick red liquid bursts forth from the hole. It's blood. Oh, wait, what?
God damn it! You're moving too far ahead.
But that was...
It was just a guess.
This is no wine. It is blood still warm from the body, whether animal or something else, I cannot say. The foul liquid soon mixes with the rising floodwaters, creating a blood tsunami, creating a warmth that laps against my thighs. By all the gods, are the rest of these casks filled with blood as well? No, just that one. You chose poorly. I lack the courage to confirm my suspicion. Disgust quickly becomes fear as I turn to flee, but my weakened legs betray me, sending me toppling over into the red ocean below. The smell of death is everywhere. It threatens to consume me. I must escape this hell.
Up there's the music again.
Crawling on all fours like an animal, holding back screams lest any foulness enter my mouth, I lurch forward through the red waters and out of the room to freedom. Okay. Did I come from the east or come from the south?
I believe you came from the south here. But go east.
At the end of the path, I find myself in a great hall with only the sounds of rain for comfort. The waterlogged red carpet squishes beneath my feet as I approach the center of the room. Once there, I behold a beautiful dining table upon which rests china and silver of the finest construction, as well as the remains of a fantastic feast. As my eyes continue to adjust, I see many chairs surrounding the table, each holding a dinner guest.
Are they dead, I wonder?
No. Noticing movement, I approach the chair at the table's head, but as the truth of the matter dawns on me, I recoil in horror. The host of the feast
how
is a corpse,
surprising.
as are all of the invited guests. An army of foul, wriggling insect. Those are the dinner guests,
Alright.
not the people in the chairs.
Oh, the maggots inside the
Yes.
body? Okay.
Yeah.
An army of foul, wriggling insects have made homes in their remains, and this is the movement I saw. This once splendid feast was now nothing more than a requiem for the damned.
I too often mistake writhing and squirming on a very tiny level with, like, people just welcoming me to a feast.
Mm-hmm.
Daily,
Yeah.
I take a moment. Huh?
Happens pretty often.
Yeah.
Listen, he failed an illusion check, alright? Didn't see it.
I take a moment to steady my shaking hands, then slowly back away from the table. Desperate to lose sight of the abomination before me, my gaze lands on the chairs upon which the dead were seated.
Was it really an abomination?
Abomination!
Okay.
This is a mistake, for the chairs proved to be even more terrible than the feast
They're
itself.
made of corpses. Oh.
They make corpses. Each one is covered in a layer of spikes that run from the seat, up the back, and down the arms. This explains the unfortunate diners. Color of carpet beneath my feet. I can only pray that the unfortunate diners were dead when the meal began. Or if not, it is a simple task to envision the agonized screams that must have sprung forth from their mouths. My mind grasps frantically at the possibility that these souls had committed some terrible crime for which this was punishment. Yeah.
You don't know that. That might,
We are all
that might have been
certain
the
of that.
thing.
And then they will let out their agonized screams.
A pleasure.
Eh.
Owie.
Ouchie, ooh. Though in truth, I suspect they had committed no crime at all. There would be no tomorrow for these unfortunates. This was their last supper.
North.
Yeah. The water has risen to my chin and now laps greedily at my mouth and nose.
Oh, it's been so long. You dumb best!
Shouts Echo. He surely desires to say more, but the rest of his insult is cut short by the rising water. Grimoire Vice, wet and tattered, floats on the water's surface. He apparently can only go to a certain height.
I guess so.
It is
Also
already...
close,
Wow.
like books do.
Yeah, it is already too late for him. This wasn't how it was supposed to
seems
end.
like we went down the wrong paths.
Yeah, too slow.
Okay.
Game. Well, even though we technically did everything right.
Wait, that was the right...
No, I understand.
Yeah.
I understand. Let's try that again.
When I say technically did everything right, I mean we only saw unique. But apparently that was too much.
Alright.
Anyway, I think it's time to mash.
Yeah, we're
Oh,
not
yeah.
reading that again.
Mash. We're back to the randomizer run. Mash, kids. It is important.
Do the monster mash.
East. North. East. North.
There. Against all hope, we make it to the front door.
Oh,
This is why it was really dumb, because it's just the last room.
Break it down! Someone cries, and so I give myself to the effort. In tandem with Echo and Grimoire Vice, I slam my body against the thick, sturdy door. On the third try, it gives way, and we find ourselves sprawled in front of the castle. The first run was for the content.
Of course, it was planned.
It was planned. This is for the content. Now we're doing the actual. The storm is in retreat. The clouds above are still dark and foreboding, but to the west I can see a thin shimmer of sunlight trying to break through. How can I thank you? I cry as tears join the rain on my cheeks. I would surely have died in there. Looking down, I suddenly notice that my dress is in tatters. Yes, my dress is in tatters, and sheepishly try to cover my exposed skin.
Sheepish. Your dress?
Asks Vice.
Then you're a woodham, madam.
Yes. Yes, I am. I proffer the two a smile. I suppose that comes as something of a surprise, seeing as how I exist only in the form of words. I can see that the one known as Echo is disappointed that the torn dress will be given no further description, but he hides it well. With a nod and a shrug, the three of us set forth to our awakening. But behind us, an awakening of another kind is taking place. Black smoke fills the abandoned castle, providing the countless damned souls inside with their final shroud. After a moment, the castle's windows shatter with a mighty roar. A fresh breeze blows through the hallways and corridors, clearing the smoke away for good. As we watch in awe, uncountable black shadows slowly flicker to life, crossing to and fro in front of the broken windows.
To and fro, and fro and to.
The castle's dead have awakened to their new life as shades.
Bum, bum, bum. You got anything to say about that?
Alright,
No,
Go save.
what do you
don't
mean?
mind what we're done.
You mean you don't want to do all that again?
Rather not. Look, I think these little sections are fun.
They are, but you don't need to
Fuck doing them more than once.
Yeah, they're great, but
Alright,
oh man.
It's Richard's turn for a narrator voice.
All right, it's gonna
Correct.
be different every time. It's all gonna be terrible.
Mm. More victims.
Alright, I guess I'm Vice then.
Yes, and I will be Papa Echo.
A colony of massive
Is this the one
sculptures
with really good music?
was, I think it is, a colony of massive sculptures was visible in the distance, their tall forms scraping against the sky. Vice and Echo had never seen such a sight, and their eyes widened as they tried to take it in.
Hey, Vice, we keep walking, but those things don't get any closer. I don't get it. Are they really that big?
As Vice considered his answer, the sun beat down on them with renewed ferocity.
Perhaps they are some manner of mirage.
Oh, sorry, he said, lazy bastard.
Under this heat, a mirage or two would hardly be an unexpected sight.
Echo nodded and wiped the sweat off his brow, leaving a trail of sand in its place. He thought he'd never been so thirsty. The ancient road on which they walked was black and cracked with age. Here and there, thin wisps of grass pushed through the rocky surface, as if defying those who had laid this material down over their home. The heat reflecting from the road made Echo lightheaded, like Arizona in the summer. Suddenly, he dropped to his knees and slammed his hand against the black surface.
God damn it!
He said,
I just what? Is this some kind of joke? Well, I'm not laughing.
The complaining had already begun. Vice tried not to let his eyes roll too much,
A joke?
he said.
No, no joke. This road leads to the city of art. Perhaps the path itself is simply some manner of grand artistic work.
Oh, come on, that's bullshit, and you know it.
Possibly, but thinking of it in this way might make it easier for you to bear.
Possibly, but you're a dumbass, so just take it.
Echo glanced at Vice's grinning face, cursed silently to himself, and resumed walking like a weakling. As time passed, Echo's feet grew more painful, and his throat drier than he thought possible. He tried not to look further than the next step ahead, but the bright sunlight made him hesitant to trust his own senses.
We are definitely getting closer.
Said Vice in an effort to cheer his companion.
Yes, this much is certain.
Encouraged, Echo lifted his gaze. Suddenly, he stopped walking, choosing instead to stand in the middle of the road with his mouth and eyes wide open and his finger pointing in the distance. What could it be?
Water!
He cried.
It's water!
Water?
Asked Vice.
Preposterous. I don't see any Water.
It's right there, idiot. Can't you see it? Look, the sun is reflecting off it.
Without waiting for a response, Echo sprang to life and bounded toward the site.
What in the...
There was no water. It was a lie. There was nothing but sand in every direction.
How could I be deceived?
Echo closed his eyes and sighed as Vice floated up behind him, chuckling softly, like a bastard.
I believe this is known as a mirage.
Oh, he said.
Many a desert traveler has spoken of such things.
Echo shook his head, bewildered. Suddenly, he pointed off in the distance. His eyes wide once again, he forgot.
Wait, there it is. I just missed it. Look, it's right there. I promise.
Echo sprinted off again, leaving Vice
I'm not a moron.
with no choice but to follow. After a few minutes of running, Echo came to a halt.
I could have sworn it was right around here.
Confused, he put his hands up to his eyes and rubbed them vigorously. As soon as he stopped, he noticed a blue shimmering pool of clear water just over the next rise. With a shout, he bounded off in search of it. The chase continued for nearly an hour, until an exasperated Vice finally floated up to Echo and struck him in the face with his cover. Wait, what does that mean?
The cover. His cover.
Okay, does he just fly, or does he
floated
go
up,
right
and then
just opens
just
himself?
opened. Yes,
okay,
it's
great.
a slap. You damn blithering idiot! Stop this at once. There is no water here.
Echo's face clouded in confusion. Cause what?
There isn't?
There is not. And perhaps next time you will listen to me when I tell you as much.
Vice paused for a moment, then continued speaking in a slightly kinder tone.
However, I suppose this mad chase was not altogether wasted. It seems we have arrived in the City of Art.
Echo looked up. Stretched out before him was a row of impossibly tall sculptures. Their journey was at an end, and here they died.
They're huge!
Cried Echo, completely forgetting the heat and pain of the past few hours.
I've never seen anything so big.
That's what she said. Each sculpture was formed from roughly the same shape.
You could have just let it go.
No, a tall rectangle that stretched up toward the sky. But that is where the similarities ended. Most were covered with panes of glass that reflected the light in 1,000 directions, while others seemed to be nothing but frames of steel. Some had tall spires on their tops, while others possessed triangular caps.
What kind of city is this?
Echo said.
Where are the people? Where are the houses?
Perhaps the land is intended exclusively for artistic use.
The debate continued as they made their way through the city.
Rabble, rabble, rabble.
Miracles of artistry were everywhere. Great iron crates with wheels sat silently on steel rails. I think those are called trains.
No.
Oh, okay. Beautifully carved works with lights of red, amber, and green dangled over every street. Is it Christmas?
No.
Oh, okay. As they moved away from the massive sculptures, they found a great array of smaller ones. Some were covered in glass or brick. Then many were composed of materials they had never encountered before. The sheer variety of colors and styles was staggering. Unable to find a theme or purpose to the abstract works around them, Echo and Vice eventually fell silent. On the outskirts of the city, they discovered 3 sculptures in the shape of humans. Echo uttered a sigh of relief as he approached them.
Finally, I was getting tired of modern art.
The 3 statues were indistinguishable except for a single word chiseled into their right arms. One read Alpha, one read Beta, and the final one read Gamma. As Echo moved to touch the nearest statue, a bird flew from the top of one of the sculptures. Alighting on the statue's shoulder, it emitted a brief, beautiful song that took
There's
the
a lot of
form
birds.
words. There's
In all these stories.
only one form is real, the others are false. The real form will always speak the truth. The false ones will only speak lies. With that, the bird departed. As if on cue, the three statues shuddered to life, acquiring color and form as they began to breathe.
Hey, look at that!
Said Echo.
They're alive!
The triplets bowed low before Echo. Please, said Alpha, you have to get me out of this nightmare. I am real. Stop lying, said Beta. He turned to Echo and threw his hands in the air. Alpha's a fake, and you know I'm the real one. I'm gonna forget the order.
That's fine. It's the way to be.
But Beta just didn't just call Alpha real.
Shut up, we have to get to the... What a load of crap, said Gamma. Beta is a fake. Everyone knows I'm the real one around here.
Well, then it's Alpha. Done.
Their respective pleas given, the three statues returned to their frozen state as silence once again enveloped the city.
Yes, Toxin. When you consider all of the statements, only one of them could be the real thing,
said Vice. Echo furrowed his eyebrows and considered his answer, the gears turning in his head.
Only one form is real, the others are false. The real form will always tell the truth, the false ones will only speak lies.
Did I nail that, or what?
Oh, you did not.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I can just tell you which one it is.
Hold on. Beta said Alpha was fake.
So Alpha said, I'm real.
Yes, Alpha said I'm real.
Beta said, Alpha is fake, I'm real.
And Gamma said Beta is fake, I'm real.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. The only one that got it.
No.
Wait. But...
Because if Gamma is real, then he's telling the truth about Beta
being fake.
And
Beta
means
would
Beta is lying about Alpha, saying
but then
Alpha is real.
But Beta would then be... Okay.
If Beta is fake, then
Okay.
he's saying that
Okay.
Alpha is real.
If Beta's fake, he's saying Alpha's real. Okay.
Yeah.
Alpha's fake, he's real. Okay.
E.
Right. Alpha's fake. He's real. Gamma says that Beta's fake, he's real.
The music of text adventure boss fight.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I
The
got
music of Kaine Salvation.
you. I got you.
The real one is Beta.
The real way to defeat this boss fight is to there's a clip I'm gonna have to show both of you later. Okay, it's real
Okay.
good.
Is it from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged series?
No,
Though Echo's voice betrayed a noble lack of confidence, he was relieved to see Vice nodding at him.
if Alpha were telling the truth,
Began Vice in the dry tones of a lecturer.
Beta and Gamma would be fakes. But in that case, Gamma's claim that Beta is fake would be the truth, even though Gamma is a liar. Therefore, that theory crumbles. Now, let us presume that Gamma spoke the truth. That makes Alpha and Beta liars. In this situation, however, Beta is calling Alpha a liar, which would leave us with two statues telling the truth. Finally, let us assume that Beta is telling the truth. If so, Alpha and Gamma's lies would make sense. Therefore, Beta must be real.
As Vice finished his rather dry and unneeded explanation, Alpha and Gamma crumbled soundlessly into dust, while Beta sprang to life once more.
Congratulations, villager.
Said Vice in a cheerful voice.
The time to awaken has arrived.
You just murdered those villager clones.
Sure did.
It's the only way for the original villager to get his power back.
Yeah. 3 become 1. The power is full. Anyway.
Oh, no, you didn't say. Oh, right, that's me though. Thank you for saving me! Cried the villager. He dropped to his knees and bowed his head as low as it could go before an uncomfortable echo pulled him to his feet.
Why did you have a dream like this?
Asked Weiss.
Have you been to the city before?
The villager slowly looked around at the bizarre objects and sculptures that dotted the landscape, then shook his head. I don't know. I mean, it's impossible, right? There's no way I could have ever been to a place like this. But at the same time, I feel like I've seen it before.
Deja vu.
Muttered Echo.
Thank you. It's just like the damn mayor.
The vague sense of unease that struck Echo during the mayor's dream spread once more through his mind.
Just like those damn Chaos Emeralds.
Yep.
Woohoo, you did it!
Yeah.
The villagers are awake.
Mayor.
Go talk to Mayor.
Mayor.
Go say first.
Mayor.
I mean, you can always mash those out.
Yeah, it's true.